5, 4.
Perrier.
Fuck the pressure, I'm in grind mode.
Hey, yo. What it do? Welcome back. This is the Add Me To Your Playlist podcast. You already know what it is. I'm Shaggy Dashwood. I'm here with DJ Cabby Flow.
Gang.
And I'm also here today with another special guest coming straight out of Southern California. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, Shon Perrier all the way from Gardena. Mr. X-Rated, if y'all didn't know, here with Shaggy. About to turn it up tonight.
Yes, sir. We also got a special guest, another special guest. He off camera, but he gonna chime in from time to time.
Oh, yeah. I got Double R in the building. I actually got my daughter in the building, too, off camera, but we're going to get that in the show. Y'all gonna see it all.
Oh, yeah. For sure. So tell us a little bit about the track you're listening to right now.
So right now, this is a song with me and the homie Jinx. We made this like, I say about like a month ago now, but it's crazy because he had a video shoot, and he was my cousin Double R, he was like, hey, come to the video shoot. We came to the video shoot. The video shoot was at a studio, like a real studio. He was recording.
Okay.
So he was doing his stuff. I was sitting back because he's the artist. I'm an artist too, but it was all about him and his day. He was like, hey, you working on something? I was like, man, I was just going through this beat while I was in the car. I threw it on. I say about like in 15, 20 minutes, we had a hit already. And like,
hey, that's dope.
Pushing it. It was that easy. The song is easy, and we made it easy.
That's hella dope. That's hella dope. That's dope.
Shout out Jinx, BME.
Oh yeah, shout out Jinx. Don't make sure to point at that camera right there. Yeah, that's the one. That's the main camera right there.
Hey, I'm new at this, but
that's
I
the hard
appreciate
camera.
It, man.
Hard camera right there. But shit, so all right for sure. So we're gonna go ahead and switch it over to our old faithful. You already know what it is. All right. So let's get into a little bit about this. So where you from? What part of Southern California do you reside from?
Man. Which is crazy. I was born in Compton, which is the Compton Hospital. But as far as me being raised, I was raised in Gardena. A lot of people they shy about Gardena because like it's not on the map. But a lot of people live in Gardena. A lot of people from Gardena, but they're gonna claim Los Angeles. They're gonna claim Compton, but Gardena is in the middle of basically every city, and that's where I grew up at. So I'm gonna rep my city.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Gardena.
Oh, I didn't forget. Yeah, Gardena, all on the sweater too. Gardena, all day.
Shit, I remember we used to play. I used to play for Carson.
Here you go.
Carson Coates.
Carson Coates.
Shout out to Victoria Park. Carson Coates. But nah, that's what's up. That's dope that you trying to make it into your own rather than, of course, holding on to the LA way.
Well, yeah, I mean, Lord forbid, like, LA is huge. LA is basically everything, but you do have your sessions as far as what people claiming what they from. And as far as I'm not claiming no hoods, no banging, nothing, but as far as my city, it do needs to get put on the map a lot more because it does have a lot in there and it's connected to everything. You have the 105, you have the 95, you have the 110. Like, you got every freeway that's connected. So it's like,
yeah, it's got a lot going on. It's kind of like, what's that city at? Because we got one of those in Long Beach. It's like connected. Okay. It's like a city that's connected to every other city. Lakewood, like connected to Bellflower, Carson. Well, not Carson, Cerritos, Bellflower, Long Beach, Downey. Yeah,
we got a little bit of everything with Lakewood too. So yeah, we like a middle city of everything like that.
That's dope. So what got you into music, man? So what?
Oh man, that's a long background. But to make it short, my mother, she went to Washington and she was around like Dub C, Ice Cube. She was around Snoop Dogg, Yo-Yo. Shout out Yo-Yo too.
Shit.
And basically, her father didn't let her do it. So she used to play with me and freestyle and everything like that until like I turned 13. And I guess I freestyled and I beat her and she left it alone. So I used to always play with it in schools and freestyles and battles in school. But when I got out of school and I started hearing the radio and a lot of mainstream rappers was only like, I ain't gonna say it like, it wasn't that good. So I felt like, I was like, man,
like if they could do it, I could do it.
Like I've been doing this, so if I put my foot to it and actually do it serious, like that's where I've been doing this for 2 years and I got a little buzz, but that ain't enough. I want to feed my family with this. I want to take care of my daughter and my family, so I'm gonna push it.
That's what's up. So, tell us a little bit more about your musical journey. So you say you've been doing it about seriously now for about two years?
Okay, so like I went to a school. I'm not gonna say no names because then it's gonna look like I'm cloud chasing. But I went to Gardena and I went to Norrbonne, which has a lot of artists that actually made it. And I've been surrounded.
I know about Norrbonne.
Yeah, I've been surrounded by a lot of artists, and freestyle ciphers and everything like that. That was natural. That was normal. So I said about 2 years ago, like I've been making music and like my cousin was locked up too, and I was like, what's a better way to like promote them and like get the family out there and get the city out there? So I just started putting music, and like I said, I got better and better. I started doing shows, I started promoting myself, and I saw what it takes to actually like really do this. So I didn't build a team, I just did it on my own. So I learned how to edit, I learned how to make my own flyers, I learned how to promo, I know how to engineer it myself, and I've just been pushing it ever since, trying to get myself out
check
there.
out the flyer he made for us.
Oh yeah.
That shit was dope.
Hey, that fly. Hey, he hit me up. He was
yeah.
like, "We got the show." I'm like, "Well, shoot, let me show me what y'all got." And I threw myself on there and made the flyer. You gotta, as an artist, you gotta like present yourself as you already on top, like you already in there, because if
I'll
you
pay
shot
you $100 just to make sure.
I knew it wasn't you, Shay.
Hey,
I was
hey.
like, this is a little too
Well,
good, right?
indeed.
Wait, this is hard,
No.
low key.
That took effort.
nah. If you're an artist and you shy about yourself, then other people are gonna shy around you too. Like you gotta take your craft serious and like promote yourself like you the top. I used to wonder why like a lot of people act like they cocky and stuff, but like there's a humble way to go about it. But then you gotta carry yourself like you know your shit. Like
Yeah.
can I cuss?
Yeah.
You gotta act like you know your shit. But instead of acting, I'm actually doing and knowing my shit, and that's why I'm trying to get better at it. So you're gonna put a lot of money in promotions, you're gonna put a lot of money in ads and flyers, but you can save your money and put that into engineering if you know how to do it yourself. So that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, I just mainly would just pay people because shit, how I see it is I'm helping people out.
Yeah.
Like I'm giving an artist some money, let him know his shit is dope. That at least somebody fuck with his shit.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll be the person that lets him realize he can still do it. Cause I'm one person, but shit, one person can lead to two can lead to five can lead to 15.
And that's another thing too. Like, appreciate you for calling me out to the show, but I'm so humble that I see like if you got another artist coming up, I'll make a flyer and just send it to you off the rip, just for off of love.
Nah, you're gonna do that. Now, if you want to become a partner, that's different.
Yeah.
If you want to become a partner, that's different. But if we're gonna
always
outsource, we gotta pay you.
Got you.
Now that goes the same way. If you're gonna outsource to us, you talk to Cabby, like talk to Cabby.
I gotta make some drops for Cabby. He told me he the DJ, he ain't got no drops yet. So
I know.
Next time I get in the booth, I gotta make some drops for him too.
We got to get all the artists.
I'm with it, man. Shit.
That's what's up. So talk a little bit more about. So it's like the music scene down in Gardena. Like is there really a
actually
scene? Or?
there is. There's and I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to be wrong, but like on
It's cool. We can try it.
on like Figueroa and like I want to say like 136 or something like that. They actually have like a whole biker back end street where it's locked up, and they actually have shows. So like they have artists that actually come out. Like DJ Quick has performed there. I think who was just there? Bino was just there. Like Blast. They have people that come to our city.
That's
and they have a little area that's blocked off, but they actually perform in front of like the biker crew and everything like that.
Is that the chosen few?
Like I said, I don't want to say what biker crew because I don't be on that song.
Are they black?
But yeah, they black.
That's the chosen few.
Yeah, they black. But
that's the ones I know. That's the ones that I know from out this.
They be throwing shows.
It's the chosen few. Like, nah, it's a motorcycle club.
Yeah. I think it is, but if I be wrong, they eat me up. So I can't make sure.
It's a motorcycle club.
Yeah,
no criminal activity going on. It's a motorcycle club.
Yeah, of course.
These are all law-abiding citizens who just happen to like riding motorcycles.
Hey, they pay their taxes.
Exactly. Shout out to the chosen few. We understand it. We understand. Hey, no, it is what it is. But that's dope. That's hella dope. That's dope that they do stuff like but in the Bay Area, like we got the Oakland Dragons.
Okay.
We got Vagos and a bunch of other stuff here. Like they're all cool people. There's normal people who like motorcycles.
Y'all actually turn up like the whole crowd. There's a lot of mixed different crowd. Cause I think when I met you and I thought you were still in the Bay before you moved out here, I told you I had performed at Complex out there in Oakland.
Yeah.
And like the crowd, like I was like, usually what I do is I feed off the crowd to know what particular songs to sing or to rap. And like the crowd was totally different, but they still vibe to. And I showed them love. I'm like, wow, I wouldn't expect them to rock out to my songs, but hey, it was love.
The Bay Area like to party. As long as you got some good party music, they'll fuck with you. And if you're your authentic self, because we can smell that bullshit from a mile away.
Yeah,
we can tell when someone faking they sauce.
I try to keep it original too, because a lot of people do, as an artist, ride the wave. So like the hottest thing out right now, or if it could be this kind of rap, or if it's rapping about this, they just gonna jump on it and do it. Don't mean they actually live that life. So I try to, rap about experience or stuff that I actually really know about.
That's why I don't talk. Don't talk about stuff you ain't got no business talking about.
Of course.
It is what it is. Just just if you not about that life, you'll probably be more successful not rapping about that life than you would being rapping about that life.
That is true, but you have a lot of people that's impatient and don't care what it takes.
You make it.
That too. A lot of people don't even care what it takes.
Oh no, man, we didn't. They gotta learn all these other lessons from these other little rappers who didn't fake the sauce and then got shot and all that other shit. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I'd be like, look, I don't rap about gang banging. I rap about getting money, smoking weed.
If it's what you know and it do,
Like, I rap about what I do. Like, I'm just gonna be me, either you like it or not. So, and if you don't like it, it's cool. And if you do like it, appreciate you.
Some people don't even have that mind, that mindset though. Some people feel like they gotta get love regardless. Like they gotta.
How I see it is,
Yeah.
even without music and without this being successful, as a man, if I died today, I could look myself in a mirror and be like, I'm cool with it.
We should knock on wood. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, it is what it is, but hey, every day's a blessing. We wake up every day, so
of course.
I ain't really worried about it too much. I ain't wishing on death, no. I mean, like, look, I ain't out there trying to start shit on myself, but
You trying to be mini man in here, ain't you?
But I'm just like, look, how I see it is, anytime I drive my car, there's a chance.
Anytime we wake up, honestly, sometimes we might not even wake up. So I understand where you're coming from.
I have epilepsy, so anytime I wake up, I'm just like, hey, if I woke up today, for sure, it is what it is. Like, why dwell on what could potentially happen? Because I would never fall asleep then.
For sure.
What? It is what it is. Don't be in a rush, but don't be afraid of it. It's just how you gotta look at that. Well, shit. Back on to you. So, what's some of your influences?
My
Some
influences.
of the people you take a little bit of from. I like a little bit of.
See, to be honest with you, when I used to just freestyle before I was like start writing and start making songs, I used to listen to nothing but Lil Wayne, like on honest to God. But then, the more that you listen to somebody and you learn their craft, you end up sounding like them. And I couldn't do that. I already had the braids. When he had the braids, they already said I was looking like him, so I had to change everything about my appearance.
Oh,
my
you was
way.
looking like
Man,
Hot Boy
Boys,
Wayne?
Lil Wayne, yeah.
Hot
So
Boy.
I had to cut the braids off. I had to change my whole ways.
Nah, you got photos, G?
Yeah, hey.
I know we might have to edit the
I'll
photo.
show you at the end of the show.
Edit
but
the photo into the screen.
on God. But like everywhere I go, it was all that, or they called me Nick Cannon back when he tried to do braids, and I was like, you know what, that's not cutting for me. So now I actually don't have an influence because I know being an artist is competitive now, and the more that you listen to other people, the more you will sound like them, or I'm not trying to bite it. So I want people to bite off to me and be like, hey, that's his style. You're going to always sound like somebody, and they're going to always compare you to people. But if I feel if I'm only listening to myself, or I'm getting better at what I'm doing, then it's not a bigger window for you to compare me to. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
But other than that, my icon though, like I listen to Drake, and then everybody else is underground and my camp that I surround myself with.
Okay, so question, Donda CLB. That's the next question then. Since you say Drizzy Drake, what's Donda or CLB?
See, I'm gonna go Drake.
I'm about to drop our own fucking track that is gonna say. This is gonna be like either Amp Tip. That's gonna be our new theme song. Just I'm just gonna take from Amp Tip.
To be honest with you, I listen to both, and I have an open ear, and
I couldn't get through the Donda. I couldn't get through.
See, that's another thing too. Like as an artist, and me being an open-minded and an artist at the same time, I understood what was going on. It's not like a lot of people was like, okay, Kanye's coming out, Drake's coming out. Okay, yeah, but this is not a regular Drake album. This is not a regular Kanye album. This is not an album that I'm putting out. But wait,
we
hold
ain't
on,
had a regular Kanye album since 808s and Heartbreak.
I understand that, but I just found out too as an artist, like basically this was revolved around him being, giving himself to God again, and church, and his mother passing. That's what Donda was about.
That's what he was giving. Mom.
Yeah, that's what he was giving us. This wasn't nothing like, oh, I'm going to eat this rapper, or this is going to be the best song. No, this was his dedication, which I get it. And then you got Drake that's I ain't gonna say want to see he's relevant. He's always relevant, but he just finished his deal, and now this is album, and he's gonna make other stuff like that. But people have been waiting for this for the longest, so he gave him the Lover Boy, and watch his next return is gonna be even greretter. But I understand that as an artist.
But they purposely did it against these days. You can't sit here and tell me they ain't
I
do that.
understand that, but it's that right there. Okay, say for instance, as an artist too, I see that. But if Drake dropped his stuff, he's gonna do numbers regardless. If Kanye dropped his stuff, he's gonna do numbers regardless.
But I'm just talking about the music.
I get that. But if you put it against each other, if you market it like that and they battle each other, or y'all keep talking about who's better, that's gonna be more people downloading it to listen to it, whether they think it's whack or not. You about to download and listen to it.
That's cool. It's a debate topic.
Yeah.
It's cool. I couldn't get through Donda. I think it's more or less like, I understand what people say. Kanye West is more on the art, side of hip hop, like the art, like the performance art side of hip hop. Kind of the same place where I put like Kid Cudi and Frank Ocean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the same place I put those artists.
I see what you're saying.
I don't really consider them rappers. Like I don't consider them rappers.
Let me ask you this: what about Tyler the Creator? Where you put him at?
Same place, same boat.
All right, for sure.
But the difference is, Tyler will drop some straight hip hop shit.
Yeah.
Like that shit he dropped, that was some old school hip hop shit that I was fucking with. What's your name, girlfriend? What's your name?
Yeah.
That shit was hard. Like, but he does things like that to kind of remind you, homie. I started off as a rhymer.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. I can spit. You don't really get that too much from Kanye.
But
He's more on the artistic side, which I kind of give him that, but at the same time, it's hip hop. We always gonna compare album to album.
He be trying to subliminally send messages to you guys. So you gotta read between the lines sometimes and be like, oh, this is what he meant, and you'll find that out like a year later.
Nah, man, I think that no offense. No offense to Kanye. I just think that's a man who needs a lot of therapy. Like, no disrespect. Like, he's been through a lot of shit in his life. Like, he really needs to.
Yeah.
I think he needs to really put some effort into not putting his emotions so much into his art, and really trying to heal from some of that stuff. Because I don't really think going through it so publicly is the best thing to do.
It's not, but like when you made yourself into who you are, you can't help but that spotlight. Like, he created this ego for everybody to feed off of, or to say he's the top.
But
whoever.
nobody would knock him if he really took it. I don't think anybody would knock him if he said, look, I'm going to spend the next 2 years not focusing on music. I need to go focus on me, focus on this. I don't think anybody would knock him. I think everybody was kind of waiting for him to do that.
I think that too, but obviously I don't know him, so I can't speak for him. But
I think everybody does.
I don't think he can take that
on his album.
He can't take that from the community.
I don't think anybody would.
He can't take that.
I think he would convince himself that he's taking it from it, but I don't think. I think all of us are honestly really hoping that Kanye gets help. I think as much as we admire his artistry and stuff like that, he does things that make you be like, yeah, I think he needs
cry for help.
It's a cry for help. Like naming your album after your mom who's passed away a while ago is kind of a show that he's still not over it.
Well, see, that's another.
And
thing
I understand that's a hard pill to swallow, and it's a hard pill that may never be swallowed. But I feel like he should really take some time to really focus on that instead of, because I don't. As much as I love Kanye, for 5 good things he'll do like 6 or 7 weird things to kind of knock the 5 things back.
Right? Yeah. Every time, dude.
Like,
did you see when he was walking out the store and he ran into the pole?
Like,
just bad luck all over.
It's a cry for help, but like he's so popular. He's so much of an icon.
But I just feel like when I watch Kanye, and if I was in Kanye ear, I'd be the first telling him, like, look, I think you need to take some time off.
He ain't got nobody else. See, the last one was Jay-Z. And
Kanye. Did you ever see this? I'm not a yes man. You don't gotta pay me a fucking dime. I'll pay for my expensive ass meals wherever we go. But I'm gonna be real with you. I'll be like, look, I think you need to take some time away from the spotlight and really sit with yourself. Even if it means you sitting there doing some yoga or some shit in a room for fucking 8 hours on some tantric shit. I don't care what it is, but he needs to take some real time to heal those wounds up.
Yeah.
Because now it really looks like it's just a cry for help.
It's kind of sad, but.
And just because I'm a historian of music, I watch so many music documentaries spanning from different genres, from fucking country. I like the story, so far from country to grunge to techno to hip hop to even gospel. Like, I like to know the stories behind it, and then when you start learning it, you start realizing, oh, that album was a cry for help.
Yeah.
No, everybody was just celebrating the artistry while that person was suffering. And then now once they're dead and gone on some crazy shit, now that we look back at it, everybody's like, oh, I'm just trying to beat 2020 hindsight before it happens.
So do you put Kanye in your top?
No, 10, top 10. He's top 10, not top 5.
For
No,
sure.
he's top 10, but not top 5. Because I'm a huge fan of everything up until 808s and Heartbreak.
Okay.
I am a huge fan of.
You said up until, so you didn't like that?
That's where I stop.
Oh, okay.
808s and Heartbreaks where I stop. Dark Fantasy is where I ended. I don't. After that, I kind of. Life of Pablo was all right to me because I felt like some tracks he went back to who he was prior.
He made peace with the fact that he ain't gonna come back with that sound no more.
I made peace with it. Yeah.
Look, he's trying to.
I just hold on to the Kanye that I knew and loved, and I just realized I'm probably never gonna get that
he
again.
He made peace with it. He said.
But at this point now, I'm just looking at someone who's dealt with their own issues.
But not
I just
only
don't
that,
have the platform that Kanye has.
But I get that. But like most artists that started the way that he did, they're not themselves anymore. Like I'm a Wayne head. Wayne ain't Wayne no more. Like it's a lot of artists that.
I don't know. Him, Drake, and Nicki dropped that shit that went back to the old school. I know you remember they dropped.
Okay,
that.
but Nicki don't count. She pulled some old
First
files
of all,
out.
no. First of all, First
These
of all,
old songs.
that shit they dropped like a couple months ago. That was Wayne, Drake, and Nicki
Yeah, that's
on
old
some
songs.
old Young Money shit.
Yeah.
Was hard.
Yeah.
That's old.
And everybody was killed. Everybody, they dropped that old track, and everybody was like, "Where's this from?" And I'm telling the young ones like 7-8 years ago. That's it.
Yeah, but like
They're saying they need more of that. I'm like, yeah, that's what these people. That's what they can make.
Yeah. Of course.
They can do it, but the thing is, a lot of artists will tell you, especially these ones that's mainstream that are signed to corporations, that there's a lot of shit that they want to drop that they can't. But they can't.
I heard
drop.
about that too. That's why I want to kind of stay independent.
There's a lot of music that these artists make that don't make it, that get shelved and don't make it. So you don't know what Kanye really wanted to drop that just wasn't cleared by the record labels.
I be thinking he is like I don't really think nobody can really Kanye at this moment. Even in his songs, he tell them what he's coming in and what he's worth and what you're gonna buy him for. And I doubt they hold his songs back.
Bro. It don't matter who you are, bro. Anybody can get blackballed. Anybody can.
That's true.
Anybody can. Let's remember, for a while, when he did that shit to Taylor Swift's little pretty ass, for a while he was blackballed from at least all the mainstream shit.
Yeah,
like black people were fucking with him still because he Kanye, so we fucking with him. But the corporate area wasn't really fucking with him like that. He had to kind of earn his way back. He had to pledge allegiance to a side to fucking get his stuff back. Yep.
Yeah. Hey, speaking about blackball, the baby's coming back. He's coming back.
No, he didn't get blackballed. Just no one told him he was a superstar yet. No, I agree with what 50 Cent said.
this,
I
man?
agree. 50 Cent said it perfectly. He was like, no one told him that he's a superstar.
Yeah.
Because right now he's moving like he's just a rapper. No one has told him that he is moving into superstar mode now. When you first start off, like 50 Cent first started off as a major rapper, and then he crossed over into being a superstar.
But see, then again,
Baby just don't gotta be in movies.
no. But listen, depend on your level of superstardom too, because 50 Cent
Baby got Pepsi commercials.
But no. 50 Cent talks whatever now. He has his whole platform, and they know that's him.
But no, because he's no longer doing vitamin. He's no longer the spokesman for vitamin water. He's already done that shit. He's at the point in his career like, look, I'm at the point where I no longer am the spokesman for anything. I can do what I want now. The Baby is not there yet. The Baby is just getting to the corporate side, and then once he does that for a while,
then
kind of like Drake. Now Drake can pretty much do what he wants because he's already did those deals.
Yeah.
He's already done with it, so he doesn't need to do it anymore.
You just basically gotta.
Now you just gotta make sure you don't get canceled and don't rape no chick. That's all you really gotta. Or grape. My bad. You can't say it on YouTube. Grape. But
Wait, you really can't say that on
no,
YouTube?
grape.
Nah,
well, no.
grape.
Yes, we can. We're not monetized. Yes, we can. We're not monetized.
You can't say nothing.
If you're monetized, you can. You have to. Like if.
But that's. I mean, Lord forbid, the word. Yeah, but like that's still a word. Like that's still.
Welcome to YouTube. YouTube is still a private company.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, but we're not monetized. So that's the gray area. We're not monetized, which we will never be monetized. So if you want to donate to us, just hit us up on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
But that's how you get away with it. If you want to make money off your views, you have to follow a strict guideline. If you just become successful, you get a lot of views, just go get sponsorships and just that'll be your income, and you can say whatever the fuck you want. Because I don't want to be held down by anybody.
Got you. Who does?
I'll tell Bill Gates to his face, fuck you. Like, I really don't care. No offense. Like, it just is what it is. I have my morals, and they have their own morals that they stuck to, and that's why they're successful. So they should respect that I'm not going to change anything about it.
I respect
Or
that.
I can just sign up for GoDaddy and just put the videos up on a website.
Hey, I thought about, because they canceling OnlyFans, right?
Yeah. Well, no, they took it back. They took that back.
I was gonna say,
because nobody wanted to invest in them. Nobody wanted to invest in them because all their money was coming from there. So nobody was going to invest in them. Nobody was going to invest in them. At least nobody who cared. Like major mainstream investors would not have invested into it. Because some don't want to invest into porn. But then you have some billionaires who don't care. They'll invest into it.
Let's see. Well, I mean, sex sells anyway, so it was gonna go on that platform or another platform.
I was just low key basking in the glory of all the thoughts and shit that was scared for like a month. That shit had me rolling.
Hilarious.
Had me rolling. Oh God, I was.
Twitter went nuts.
And all the simps that were upset. Oh God, I was laughing.
I saw something like, I think I was like a month ago before they posted that they was about to get rid of that. Like, I guess they started chiming down. Like, teachers had second jobs, and their second jobs was like OnlyFans. And they
I firmly believe if you're a teacher, professor, anything where you're like in high status, you should not be on OnlyFans. Because one, that makes whatever what is it called? Whatever entity you're working for, that makes them look bad.
Of course, but then you think about like, wait, why are y'all on there anyway? So if I'm a preschool teacher, how you know I'm on OnlyFans? Like, that mess is crazy.
Kids,
man.
How exactly my
it's
point?
It's easy to find out. Like, you're scrolling down OnlyFans looking for some shit to look at,
These kids
and you'd be like, oh shit, there go Miss Janice.
Yeah, for some odd reason you find that account while being near the person.
That's crazy.
Some chick got her kids kicked out of Catholic school because they found out she had a OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's,
Man.
I understand. It's a Catholic school. We don't want that here.
So your kids can't get that kind of education because the mother is this?
Yep.
That's
I understand it. I get it. I totally understand it. I understand why you would do it. There's a blatant set of rules. Follow them. That is what it is. Like, I'm not a really big of a rule breaker like that. Well, take that back. Scratch that, because someone's going to snitch on me. Not anymore. But, yeah, because they're going to bring up high school and all that other shit. So let me just say it now. I'm a reformed rule breaker. But I just don't see the point of just going against it, just going for the sake of going against it.
Gotta make that money, man. Gotta make that money.
I feel it. Quit your other job.
Hey,
because they're gonna find out sooner or later. You gonna get they will find out. Like, it's hard to keep. Now, if you have a dead end job, or like you work at a liquor store or a grocery store, I completely understand why you're doing it. But if you're a lawyer and all this shit, and you're making good money doing that shit, like, at that point, you're just looking for attention.
That could be a hidden profession.
Nah.
So just like you have your heroes that put their cape on and there's somebody else.
If I find out my lawyer's on OnlyFans taking back shots, I'm firing her. Because while she's studying from my case, she's over here gobbling her fucking coworker down. Like, she's supposed to be focusing on my case.
That actually happened. I don't know if it was a teacher or a lawyer, but I guess they forgot their camera was on Zoom, and they like had made a whole porn, and they like closed the file and like jumped her off the case. So I think it was a lawyer or something like that. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
That's wild.
Yep. There's a whole bunch of things that comes with that OnlyFans shit that I can get into, but it's gonna take forever. I'm gonna piss people off. Like, I would never wife a chick that's done OnlyFans or porn. I'd never wife.
You would never wife them? Never. Okay, so what's the difference of somebody doing it as a profession and somebody that's out there just doing it?
Huh?
What's the difference of somebody that's doing it for a profession?
If I feel like a chick is super promiscuous, I'm not gonna mess with her either.
But you don't know all the time. That's just like a girl can't know you.
There's
your history.
No. There's people are humans of faith. People are creatures of habit. You can tell who got daddy issues. You can tell.
You can't always look at somebody and know their body count.
I don't need to know your body count, but if I get I feel like you have a promiscuous vibe, like you're very friendly to everybody, including me.
Yeah.
It's someone I'm not gonna.
So hypothetically,
I'm gonna have fun with, but I'm not wifing.
What if you fall in love with somebody and you find out she was an ex-porn? You gonna
Okay,
leave
so
her
that's
in?
the thing. Is just you have to believe in falling in love first.
See, he put you in the spot. Look, he got
Like,
uncomfortable.
but that's the thing with me is I don't believe in the whole like love at first sight shit. Like I believe like you caring for someone and wanting to be in their life a lot, but I don't believe in like the whole like love where it's the only person you only want to be around them, because that's not true, because that's not real, because you're gonna have times where you're annoyed as fuck out of your partner. So where'd all that love go? There's no such for me. There's no such thing as unconditional love.
Is that a
between
cry for
partners.
help?
Huh?
Is that a cry for help? No,
No,
shit.
not
Hey,
at all.
wow, like, look, hey,
It's a cry for these girls to leave me the fuck
He was
alone.
He was talking about
That's it.
Kanye. He over there
I'm
crying for
looking
help.
at Shaggy like, damn, bro, who hurt you, my nigga?
Yeah, like, did
No,
you get
it's
enough
not.
love, man?
It's not just me. It's not just me. It's just I really subscribe to a smart man learns from their mistakes. A wise man learns from other people's mistakes. I've just noticed that I have seen people start off the happiest, the most googly-eyed. I'm in love with each other. I've seen plenty of people start off like that. Then a couple months later, it's not the same anymore. And I ask them what changed, and they can never really pinpoint what changed.
You meditate, don't you?
I think a lot. That maybe I'm a thinker. I think a lot, and I'm just noticing that, because in my head I'm like, stuff's supposed to be successful, so why is it not successful? But everybody goes to this. They go through that cupcake phase or the honeymoon phase where everybody loves each other and they're all lovey-dovey. But then at some point, it just becomes a part of your life.
Routine.
Yeah, it just becomes a routine and no longer has that new feeling, because you're no longer going outside of your routine.
So you'll never get married?
I'll have the ceremony. We're not signing paper. No, we'll have the ceremony. Like, if she wants to be a princess for a day, I will
That nigga
provide
said
her a wedding.
princess, not even a queen.
Or no, take that back.
I ain't signing the paper. We can have the way.
No, because how I feel about weddings is weddings aren't
He
about
said
the groom.
religiously. Religiously.
Weddings aren't about
crazy.
the, like how I see this, weddings aren't about the groom. It's not about the groom, or we be in something else besides the black tux. It's more about the woman.
What you got to say, Double R?
And he been agreeing with me. He been nodding his head.
I agree on that. I don't think people should be just getting married and stuff because they say to get married and stuff and start signing stuff. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
doing that.
First of all, no one is entitled to half of the shit that I worked for, especially if she working. Especially if she working.
That's crazy.
That's just how I feel about it. Like, because I don't feel like if she's hard at work, I'm not entitled to half of what she has.
You're not entitled, but I mean, like, if y'all work together, it's teamwork, obviously. So 50-50.
I get it,
or
but if we both
60-40.
came in with our own money, we should keep our own money. Now, I understand if we start a business together and then we made money together, then we split, then that kind of asset needs to be split.
Okay.
But if she has her own career and I have my own career and we're both making money, we're not entitled to each other's things.
So
we're here because we want to be here.
Hypothetically, y'all both in it. Y'all both have your careers. Now, what happens if your career goes to shits? You don't want her to take care of you or help you because you had your own. You don't want a piece of hers?
Not legally. I want her to do it because she wants to do it. Because she's loyal to me.
Gotcha.
Not because the fucking court says if we fucking divorce, I'm entitled to half of it.
Gotcha.
That's the difference. I don't want Johnny Law telling you need to take care of me. I want
you.
you to do it because you love me. Because I'm going to take care of you because I love you. Not because some court's telling me I have to. It's because I love you.
So you must be the person that always be against the child support too.
If I'm in the child's life, I'm not paying shit. What?
there's people in the life that still have to pay.
Fuck no. Hell no.
Crazy.
That's hell no. If it's already split custody and I'm taking care of the kid 50% of the time, you shouldn't be entitled to any money from me because my money's being spent on my child 50% of the time.
Of course.
You shouldn't use so you shouldn't give me. That means you give me money on those other 50 days. On the 50% of those days.
Back to back, it's the same money.
So it's the same money. So what the fuck does it matter? Like now, for dudes who don't want to take care of their kids, I absolutely agree. But there's a lot of dudes out here that's taking care of their kids and still having to pay a shit ton of money, and that's not fair. Because I wouldn't. Because opposite way around. If the mom doesn't want to be in the kid's life and the dad's taking care of the kid, she should be paying. But if she doesn't want, if she's in the kid's life 50% of the time, she shouldn't be paying the man any other money either. It should go both ways.
You know what's crazy? I've met one person. I'm not gonna say her name, but I actually met a person, and she actually has to pay child support. I was like, I've never met a girl that had to pay a guy child support.
It happens.
Yeah.
And
And
it's not often, but it happens.
She has full custody on the kids. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, I agree with it when it's used correctly.
Yeah.
When it's used correctly, I completely agree. Because I know there's dudes out there that don't deserve, that don't do anything, that the least they can do if they don't want to be in the kid's life is give the mom money. But if the father wants to be in the life, doesn't have no reason to not be in the kid's life, you don't have any specific reason to hold the kid back, you shouldn't be asking for money. At some point, you got to be responsible, ma. And pa, however the fuck you want to, whoever I'm talking to right now, it could be man, woman, it doesn't matter who I'm talking to. It's time to step up. Because I don't like that shit. I think it's stupid. I think at some point, you have to be responsible for your decision. Yep, no one held a gun to y'all and told y'all to nut in each other and have a kid. So y'all gotta deal with the consequence.
Yep.
That's just how I feel. You gotta deal with the consequence.
Pressure.
That's why I don't be getting mad at these rappers who be getting chicks pregnant and shit like that. Yeah.
Shit.
Free PJ.
Free PJ Walker. Oh God, free PJ Washington. PJ Washington. Fucking free him, but he's stuck. He's stuck for life. Brittany Renner.
Well, tell me about that.
The Brittany Renner. So it's this chick that was a known thought who.
Yeah, she on IG.
Yeah, Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
How you doing, miss? Don't ever talk to me. I ain't gonna fall for it.
I just recently. I used to follow her.
You ain't gonna get nothing but a hot dog from me.
First started, but then after I just recently seen, I'm like, wait, she changed her whole idea because she was on like fitness and modeling back
Brittany
then.
Renner is
crazy.
Only thing I can respect from her is she has not changed her tune. She has said yes was the plan the whole time and hasn't changed her tune.
Crazy.
That's the only thing I can respect it, because if someone just says this is who I am, just deal with it. I don't have to like it, but at least they're letting me know so I can avoid that shit. But yeah, he got caught up.
It's all good.
First of all, what's up with these players not dating chicks their age?
Like how much difference was it?
She like 30, homie like 21.
Oh well, of course, yeah. You want an older chick?
Nah, bro, that's mommy issues. You want a mommy?
Not that.
Nah, you want a mommy.
If his mama like 50 and she like 30, that's not no mommy issues.
So I've noticed. All
right, let's do it.
That most dudes, and it goes the same way, the opposite way for women. Most dudes look for women that are more close to their mom subconsciously. You don't realize you're doing it until someone points it out. Because someone did that shit to me. And every girl that I've dated have been different colors, black, white, Asian, Indian, different colors, but they all have similar traits to my mom. And it goes the vice versa for my sister and her boyfriends, because all of them are similar to our dad.
You said some or all?
Well, I have to ask her to sit down. All the ones that I've met have been very similar to our dad.
Because as far as the aspect wise, they're nowhere close, and I've been attracted to different things. No, I'm not talking about just looks. I'm talking about how they act and what they do. It's totally.
And you may not have those major mommy issues.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say wow, because
and also because exceptions don't make the rule. Like, you ever notice that people tend to date people who kind of look like each other?
I feel like if you date somebody before, I feel like if you date somebody too long, you'll end up looking like them. But I've never seen somebody.
That's how I feel about white boys that be in the hood. I swear to God, that's how I feel about white boys that be in the hood, that's from the hood. Like, white boys that's from the hood, that's from our neighborhood, that's been around all black people. Yeah. They'll start to look like they're mixed.
It's the suntan.
Oh God, they'll start to look like they mixed. Like, have you watched No Jumper with the Hoff twins? Yeah. Oh God, I was like, bro, they gotta be like a quarter black, like like a third, like a 16th. They for real. Like, if they didn't tell me that they was full white, just their whole demeanor, how they get down, like how their mannerisms and everything, like they look like they mixed. I got a couple mixed homies that look like him, and I know they're mixed.
You gotta take that ancestry. They probably got 3%, 5%.
I don't know,
probably,
but those the only white boys that got the hood pass. They got the N pass. They really do got the N-word pass.
That's not for everybody though.
For them it is. For them it is. I know it's not for everybody. It's a select few who gets it, but they got it. It don't matter who everybody else.
So do they have it around you too?
Unless if they want to fight, yeah. Because a part of me, now that I know that they're white, is gonna be hard for me to turn that shit off. Like it's gonna be hard for me to turn it off. They should have never told me they was white, and I should just believe that they're mixed, and I probably wouldn't have cared. But my logical ass mind says, white boy, you can't say that.
Well, see, nowadays, which is crazy.
But like,
it go by culture.
But most of the time, most of the white people I've talked to and said it, like when I asked them, like, look, just out of respect, bro, like I appreciate if you didn't say that, like out of respect, bro. Like I get it. If you want to say it around your homies, like do your thing. I'm not saying in your whole life, like when I'm not around, you got to watch yourself. I'm just saying out of respect, homie, you wouldn't want me just to say honky, all this other shit, back all this other shit.
I never said no words like that. That's the crazy thing.
But I'm thinking is you wouldn't want me to.
Yeah.
So I'm be respectful by not calling you white boy and instead of calling you white boy, just being like bro and keeping you inclusive.
Of course.
Don't say that shit. Just around me. If you can respect me for that, and I'm gonna come at you as a man. I'm not gonna come at you like, hey homie, you better cut that shit out. I'm gonna be like, be respectful. Be like, hey homie, I don't really.
But if they get ignorant back,
then we're gonna have to get into it. Like, just like 50 Cent play. And shout out to 50 Cent, cause that's my dude. He said, look, he like, I don't want a problem, but when they say they got a problem, I say, okay, no problem. Like that's like he summed it up for me. Like I don't got a problem, but if you want a problem, no problem.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna be like, nah. If you come in here, nigga, you better not say that. I'm like, look, when you in my house, I'd appreciate it if you don't say that. When you in our house, I appreciate it if you calm that down. Because even if you watch it, we don't really say it like that as it is. In my own vocabulary, I don't really be saying it like it is. I'm trying to cut that shit out. Like
I hardly even say that I'm black as I can be.
And believe me, I be having to catch myself when I used to make music, and I'm having to write rhymes for people. I've had to catch myself. I'm like, I can't. Like, let me take that out.
Because you're light skinned, huh?
Now, also because I'm Puerto Rican. Nah, it's because I'm mixed. It's because depending on how you look at me, depending on how you look at me is what ethnicity you gonna think.
Your Black History Month end at 3 p.m.
It's like what's it called? Like y'all at my party, everybody told me I looked black.
See,
but if I grew my hair out and I combed it over, I look Spanish than a motherfucker.
I didn't know you was black until I saw your dad.
Yep.
So I was like, wait, hold on,
what? Most
what?
people confused, so they be my pops. Yep. Then like, damn, my dad named Jermaine. Like, my dad.
He black, yeah. That's for sure.
That's everybody's shocked when they meet my dad. But then when they meet my mom, they see it. Cause my mom the Spanish one. So then they meet my mom and they're like, okay, makes sense why you look like the way you look.
Can we jump into these singles?
Oh yeah. But first we need your top 5.
You need my top 5, dead or alive.
All time.
All time. So dead or alive.
All time.
Dead or alive.
This is that
and
makes
you only get 5.
That makes it a lot easier.
I'll give it back. You get a 6 honorable mention, but you only get 5. 5 solid, and the 6th one is an honorable mention.
Okay, let's do it.
They didn't make the top 5, but they was close.
First, I always got to start off with Tupac.
Hey.
Ding.
Even though I'm rocking the
one for
Biggie today. Even though I'm rocking the Biggie today.
That's going to be number 2. But I'm on the west side, so I got to, rock with
See,
the
that's the
west
same shit I said.
But I connected more to
someone who
to
understands
Pac.
me. Someone who understands me.
Number 1, Pac. 2, Biggie. 3, Wayne. 4, Nipsey. 5, Drake.
Okay. Who's the honorable mention?
Me.
You stupid.
Nice.
You stupid. I respect it though.
Yeah.
I respect it though. I respect that shit though. But shit.
So that means you got to give me yours now.
Mine, in no particular order. Or do I got to give it an order?
Okay.
Nah, do you want me to give it an order or no particular order?
No particular order.
No particular order. All right, so I already going Tupac. You got Tupac, E40, because you're from the Bay. So you get E40, Mac Dre.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got Big L and Big Pun. Biggie.
So you don't even have. Oh, I'm gonna say
Biggie's my honorable mention.
Oh, okay.
Only because, in my opinion,
what he did to hip hop.
Big L, in my opinion, Big L was the better had better punchlines than Biggie. Biggie had a sick flow and could tell a story, but Big L was just straight New York. I'ma spit better than you, and that was just my shit.
So I'm surprised you didn't have Slick Rick. I'm surprised you didn't have Too Short.
They're in my top 10.
Oh, okay.
But you said top 5.
Yeah. I was like, hey, he from the Bay. All right,
but
sure.
you gotta have E40, who's the ambassador of the A.
Okay.
That's our ambassador. Then you gotta have Mac Dre. I got love. I fuck with Mozzie a little bit. I fuck with Mozzie a little bit.
Top 5? Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, Mozzie not top 5 yet.
He tight. Top 5?
No. He up there though. He was just talking about Bay Area music, and I had to chime in like Mozzie, man. That dude is. I started off not liking him, and I got into a lot of stuff with that. Then I started listening to him because that's all I was hearing. Then I seen him switch his style on. It was like
Was that Do It For Duders?
it's like a Muslim. What do you say? No, it's
One
it's
up top.
It's just one up
One
top.
up top, Ock.
One up top. When I listened to that album, I said that man changed his entire flow. But he still flows the same. He's still coming at you with that aggressive, but it's not aggressive gang member style. It's
Nah.
just like, now I'm finna give you my bars. Like, I've been working.
No, Mozzie Horde. There's a long list of Bay Area rappers. He gotta pass. Like
I
there's
didn't
just
know he from the Bay.
Mozzie. Well, no,
No, he's from
he's from
Sacramento.
Sacramento.
Oh, okay. Well,
But
Not the Bay.
he moved like an LA.
No, see,
like
no,
LA
see.
nigga.
So this is
You do.
this is
Dang.
this is the story of Sacramento, because the people, it's like Sacramento, Stockton, and all this stuff like that. So back in the 80s, dudes who was getting too hot during the crack era and out here in LA moved to Sacramento
Like
and
they going to Vegas.
and then brought the flags with them.
Okay.
And so they started banging this shit out there. And then after that shit, after the 80s, closer to like the 2000s and stuff, that's when they started gentrifying the East Bay, like Oakland, San Francisco, Richmond.
Yeah.
They started gentrifying. So all the Bay Area cats from there also moved to Sacramento, Antioch, Tracy, all those Pittsburgh, all those like desert cities, like desert towns and shit like that.
You put me on. I would have swore
So
Mozzie was LA
so
all day.
it's like a mix. It's a mix of LA politics plus Bay Area style. Like a lot of them dudes act like Bay Area dudes.
Yep.
They act like Bay Area dudes because a lot of their family is from the Bay Area. Like them dudes can be like born and raised in Sac, but they mom and dad from Oakland, or they mom from Oakland and they dad from Sacramento, or vice versa. My mom from Richmond, but my dad from Sacramento. Like it could be like that. But that's why the Sacramento, Stockton, they feel like Bay Area cats because they get a lot of their swag from, but they've cultivated that shit into their own. It just has a lot of Bay Area elements, and a lot of Bay Area cats fuck with the Sacramento people. Just on like a lot of politics they was dealing with, a lot of that shit too.
Gotcha.
But that's the only place where you really gonna see gang banging.
Well, I mean, it's still all California at the end of the day, so yeah.
Nah.
He said, nah, you separating California from the Bay?
Yeah, there's a clear difference. Even LA. I separate LA from California. I think it's completely different. I think it's a whole different set of rules how you in the Bay Area.
That's true.
You can be a little bit more like freer. Out here, I kind of have to worry about what's going on around me, what I'm wearing.
You don't have to worry about that in the Bay? At all?
No, unless you gangbang, homie. Like you gangbang and you either Asian, Samoan, or Mexican, or you in Sacramento or some shit like that. It's not like that. Like it's really like you can kind of like be out and about. As long as you mind your P's and you're respectful of the turf you're in, ain't nobody gonna fuck with you.
LA got its own set of rules, and it started evolving.
Ain't no rules in LA.
Evolving.
That's the rules.
That's
the rules. It ain't no rules.
One rule overrules another rule when that popularity gets to its peak. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the Bay Area, as far as the rules, it really ain't changed much. Like everybody still kind of moves the same way. Like there's a certain way that we move in the Bay Area where it's more inclusive than it is exclusive.
Gotcha.
Like if we fuck with you, we fuck with you. Like there's really no funk like that. There's turfs that don't get. It's more like cliques that don't get along with each other. Like SOB and RBE, those are cliques. Those aren't gangs. They're cliques. There's a
They
group.
rep it like it's a hood.
Like it's a hood. They rep it like it's a hood, but it's just your clique of your homies you grew up with. So y'all got a group of like 8. Y'all come up with a nickname to call y'all clique, and boom.
Rep it all over the world too.
All over the world. That's what it is. Like Mac Dre's Dizzy and T. Diz Nation. That's Mac Dre. That's his crew. The Romper Room. Jay Diggs. All them dudes is Mac Dre, Diz Nation. Like those are all, J Hype. All them. Those is the Thiz Nation camp. That's Thiz. That's the Thiz Nation. Yeah. Then you got the Sick With It camp, like E40, Turf Talk. The Sick With It camp, like Be Real. Not Be Real, but oh man, what's his cousin name? E40 cousin. I can't remember his name. I can't. Be Legit. Is Be Legit. Like you got different like cliques out there.
Then you
You
got
know
that,
your
Like you know how they say like
You know his Bay history.
you got that Perrier too though. You know that X-ray
I used to-
music. You feel me? You feel me? I just wanted to
I
throw
feel
that
you
out
on
there.
that one. I feel you on that one.
Full appreciate it. That's what I got him here for.
But yeah, but that's kind of the Bay Area got its own like its own little thing going, just like out here got its own little thing going. Not just I've learned that shit from living out in both sides. Like out here is it's a lot different. I ain't gonna say it's a little bit different. It's a lot different. I gotta get around you gotta get around a lot of the politics. That really ain't got nothing to do with music.
So would you want to go back, or you good with LA?
I love LA.
Oh, okay.
And now when I retire, I'm probably gonna retire back to the Bay Area. Like if I'm being real, when I retire, I'm probably gonna retire. If I had a choice, I'm retiring back to the Bay Area. It's a great place to raise a kid. But I love LA. My dad's from out here. My dad's from Carson.
Okay.
That's why I was like,
That's why you went to
Carson Colts. Yeah. So I got a lot of roots out here. Like I went to Hoover Middle School in Lakewood, California. I went to Lakewood High School. Like I got roots. I got a lot of roots down here in Long Beach and
When'd
shit
you
like
come
that.
out here?
I came out here from 2000. I came out here my 6th grade year. And then I left my sophomore year.
Back to the Bay? I mean, what?
Back to the Bay, yeah. So we moved out from the Bay out here my 6th grade year, and then I finished middle school at Hoover Middle School. I graduated from Hoover Middle School. Then I did 2 years at Lakewood High School, and then at the end of my sophomore year, that's when we moved back to the Bay.
And when'd you come back?
I came back because I came back.
When?
Oh, when? Like about 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, you LA man.
I'm Californian, but but the Bay is the Bay. That's my home. That's where mom is. That's where the people my homies that is like I've known them for almost 10 years. Like that's home.
That's
like
family.
yeah, like they're my family. Like I've known these niggas for 10 years. So when they call me saying, "Hey, I'm in town," they already know. Come to my house. You can stay at my house. No need to get a hotel. I got an apartment. Come stay here. Or nigga, or if he hit me up like I'm moving to the Bay. I need some time. I need a place to stay while I look for a spot. You ain't even have to ask. Come on.
For sure.
But I love LA. I'm creating relationships and stuff like that. I just got to give it time now.
You in here?
Time will tell. Time will tell whether these relationships pan out and whether they don't, and it is what it is. But shit, let's talk about more what you got going out so we can get into these performances. You got any events coming up? You got any tracks dropping soon?
Yeah. Matter of fact, all right. So I just dropped 2 singles last week.
All platforms?
All platforms.
Let's go.
Everything that you can search, Google,
Make sure y'all checking those out.
Everything. That was Easy with Jinx. Then I have Shake That Ass with Lil Veda and Liddy Michelle.
Shout outs to all those on the tracks. Shouts out.
So today, obviously, I'm here with y'all, you and the DJ. Was this Saturday, I go to Hip Hop Fest, Hip Hop Festival. It's in
Altadena?
Altadena, Atlanta, or something like that. Somewhere like
Adelita?
like almost an hour, 2 hours
Is
away.
it Adelita? It's Adelita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then Sunday I have another performance with PYT, and then after that week I have
shout
a
out to her.
performance.
You're gonna have her on the show soon.
They call me PYT. Yeah, shout out to her all the way in Giga Entertainment, and then on the 10th, I have another performance. I bring the Heat 10. And shout out to I Am Crenshaw and nothing but music and motivation.
Busy.
Yeah. So I'm like, I really have to look at my calendar and everything. But other than that, I'm working on my album. I just linked with Jody Mack, and we're supposed to do a song together. And that's supposed to be done next week. Me and T Rose, my homie, got another song coming out next week. So we just dropping music, doing visuals and videos. And I just did WAP Wednesday.
Niggas ever recording on a Monday? Let me know.
On Mondays? Do Mondays your free days? I gotta find a Monday shows, man. Anything?
Well, no, I'm like, if y'all recording this shit, I just want to sit there and just soak up the sauce.
Yeah. I'm staying busy. I gotta get my name out there and get my city going. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Shit, we here. You need us to pop up with equipment, mixing this. Let us know.
Say less. Like, all this support and all this love has been great since I've been doing this, man.
Yeah. That's why we here, man. That's what we're here for. We want y'all to be successful, so when we become successful, it's not lonely over there.
Before we even jump into my singles, I have to shout out Wordy P, because without him, I wouldn't even be here.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Wordy P. Make sure you go fuck with him. Yeah. Rock with me. Bust down video finna drop where we both were in.
Yeah. Hey, we still waiting. Hey, shout out Rob Banks. We still waiting on that video.
Shout out Rob Banks, too. We gonna get him on there, too. Just make sure, because we both in it.
And the dog. And his dog's almost attacked me, but that's a whole other story.
I didn't like him for some reason.
They felt that that LA from the Bay Area.
He looked Jupiter in the eye for too long. That's what it was. You made her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Nah, but shit. Let's see, well, you already know what it is. Anything else you want to share with the people before we bounce out of here?
Man, just tap into me, Shon Perrier on all platforms. SHON Perrier, just like the water. I got all kind of music, all kind of lyrics. You're gonna vibe. You're gonna like something. If you don't like certain music, you're gonna like something of mine. So guaranteed to lock in.
There it is. There it is. So we're gonna go ahead and switch back.
Oh, that's easy right there.
Go
with
ahead
James.
and switch back. You already know how it go. So go ahead and shout this track out one more time before we do this intro. This outro.
Song is easy. Just dropped this last week with Jinx.
All right, y'all, here it is.
Fuck the pressure, I'm in grind mode. Cause everything I do, I'm standing 10 toes. Shit, I don't even bang, but I still know the code. A real ass nigga to watch these bitch niggas get exposed. I don't fuck with fake niggas and I don't deal with hoes. Motivated on this money and my life goes. And she gon' suck it up just like lipo. Give her all this dick like a glory hoe. Told you I'm a sex fiend, that's why I got it tatted. Don't ask me what my type is, I say I like them baddies. Ain't worried about that ass, cause that pussy be a fatty. And I ain't worried about no niggas who not fuck you call me daddy. Swear I got this rap shit in a chokehold. Even though I'm underground, you still can catch smoke. They think I gang bang how I put niggas on. I'm just a real one, so I gotta keep my team strong. And as a real one, I'm dedicated to the shit I do.
Alright, hold on. Too much flame right now. We gotta set up for the performance. Too much flame. Hold on. Too much flame. We gotta set up. Hold on. Don't burn the studio down before we start the performances. Hold on. Alright. See, I already know what it is. I'm Shaggy Dashwood. It's the METO Playlist podcast here with DJ Cavi Slow.
Gang.
There, that's on. You hear him. Shout out to Shon Perrier
And my daughter in the house.
and one right here, Lil Perrier, Lil Lady Perrier right there.
And my cousin Double R on the mic in the background.
Oh yeah, shout out to cousin.
Thank you.
Yes sir. So I already know what it is. You already know how it goes. We'll play this podcast. Go ahead for him. Make sure you go on all platforms. Everything is dropped. Make sure you have to figure out what days he's performing. So I already know what it is. It is what it is. I'm Shaggy Dashwood. We out this bitch.
Go check my resume. Matter of fact, just hand me my checks whenever these records play. Diamonds dancing, they Harlem shake. Reach for my chain, get hard away. Stack these pennies the hard way. Now any bitch I want is just a call away. Oh, don't I make it look easy? Flow hard, but I make it look easy. Drive foreign cars and I make it look easy. Never switch up and I make it look